Alright everyone, this is Video Call reporting to you live from sunny Greece again. This time we're gonna be advancing in the adventure Zeus and Europa. Let's go. Narrator, take it away.
The time has come. Ares' multi-headed serpent will not leave Thebes alone, and as the city grows, the monster is bound to cause more trouble. Plus, you could really use some of that marble it seems to be guarding. For the good of the city, the serpent must be slain. No ordinary human can perform this extraordinary task, however. You will need the help of a hero.
A hero, you say? Sounds heroic. You can now construct Hercules Hall. Hercules! Let's see what we need for Hercules to come to the city. Let's see. Excellent culture access, we need Pan-Hellenic games, 1,500 people in the city, 32 amphoras of wine. That's why I recommended that you make a storehouse in the last episode that accepts wine. Because, if you look at the map, everyone, nearly everyone wants wine, but nobody really produces it except for Eleusis. They produce wine, but nobody else really does. So you're gonna get some wine as gifts from your allies occasionally, but it's better to... So it's a good idea to make a storehouse and be ready for those gifts so you don't waste any. Let's see. I'm not gonna be... The stadium is gonna be located here for now because Hercules Hall needs all the culture venues to be able to summon Hercules. That includes the stadium. I'm gonna remove the stadium and place it elsewhere later on, but for now it can stay there. The Great Foot Race. I wish I could run, but I can't, alas. But this isn't about me crying about problems, this is about playing the game. So let's build right away a fleece stall over here. A fleece vendor. And I think it's time we expand our industries a little bit. Like, I haven't touched, as you can see, I haven't touched this meadow located over here. I'm gonna be putting some growers lodges here, because wolves don't attack trees. There we go. Make a storehouse here. Accept olives. Also, we're gonna be placing some olive presses here, so when these olives are harvested we can make olive oil, which we need to evolve these buildings further. As you can see, they're bringing red with olive oil. That's the third and final thing you need to evolve basic houses. Let's build a podium here, a theater here. As you can see, the objective here is to gather 48 slabs of marble in 1 year. You can sell... You don't need to keep the marble, you just need to harvest that much marble in a year. So you're just gonna be building a ton of quarries over here when the Hydra is removed from your city, and you're gonna be collecting marble. Masonry shops collect marble. I believe it might be time to make a drama school and make another drama school here, another college here. So these guys, they can move here. If the learning places, the drama school and college, are too far away, I don't think they train philosophers or actors for your theater or podium. So you have to have some local colleges and drama schools lying around for construction driver. Like you see, we're getting some wine from Caledon. 16 amphora of wine, that's half we need. Thank you, Caledon. We also need to win a Pan-Hellenic games. Let's see. 4 months, and it says that we don't have much luck the coverage is average because this podium here is not yet active. Let's put an oil vendor here. Let's make a storehouse here. Trust me, this is important. It's important to build a storehouse that only works with fleece and olive oil, because later on your storehouses are going to be pretty crowded, so you have to have one near population centers or streets, or else you're going to be having some trouble with houses devolving because they don't have fleece or olive oil. Also make sure you build granaries near your your city blocks. Excuse me if you heard that, I had to cough a little. You can click on these culture tabs to see what kind of culture values the houses have. Philosophers, athletes, actors, competitors, and such and such. It also shows this for the Hercules Hall. Oh, there we go. Our city's wisest thinkers will soon leave for Corinth, participate in the Isthmian Games. I'm sorry for butchering that again. Held around the great Poseidon. Honor, prestige, and a wreath of dried large celery await the winners. Okay, we'll get that celery, guys. We can use it to spice up my stew or something. Okay, these these apartments are basically the second highest tier. When you see these townhouses, these are the most evolved buildings. They get each house 60 people each, and these are what you want, townhouses.
A new city, a new home, and maybe a new job. Fortune is smiling upon me.
And we have plenty of room for workers, and we have a bunch of people. We need 192 workers to satisfy the city's needs at the moment. You don't want too much unemployment, because then people will get unhappy and start to move away from your city, or start mugging each other with clubs in the streets again. These people are trigger happy with the clubs. They really love to mug each other with them for some reason. Hercules has a club, by the way, too, but I don't think he's gonna use it to mug people in the streets. I hope not.
Unrest in the city? Shut your mouth. Things are peaceful here.
Ah, they won! Fancy that! If you win any Pan-Hellenic games, you get a monument, and monuments are great for increasing appeal. Later on in the game, or in this story, even in this adventure even, you're gonna need blocks which have a bunch of appeal, and these monuments are great for appeal. Then you have these regular things are good for increasing, but monuments are best appeal makers. You might wanna put some few more olive presses here, because January is when these olives get harvested. And they're looking pretty good.
Herodotus is sure to record this city as the best, and you as its greatest ruler.
I am so smart, so very, very smart. I won the games.
Yeah, I'll give you a pat on the back for that, Mr. Eichmann. Eichmann sounds like a Digimon to me. I never was a big fan of Pokemon. I grew up around Digimon more than Pokemon, but that's just me. So many Pokemon jokes just sail over my head because I don't get them. Put a few more growers lodges here. Growers lodges can tend to both wine, grapes and olives. But later on in the Atlantis category, when we get to apple trees, you need specific lodges for those. We'll get to that later again. I got an idea. How about we put a few carting sheds here? So that they have less distance to travel when they need to transport the goods.
Soon, my fuzzy little sheep will be completely bald.
Yeah, you go do that. Look at all these trees, they're ready to be picked and they're picking them olives from them. Olives are not used as food, their only service is to be either sold or made into olive oil. So as you can see, these guys are busy making olives. Each olive press does hold like 4 loads of olives, and then there you can see here production is 20% complete. It's gonna tell you when it's ready, and then the guys with wheelbarrows, once more wheelbarrows are gonna be transporting the goods elsewhere. Everything's good here. These guys need olive oil, but it's not yet. I don't know. Is it wise yet to start? So all we need is another gift of wine. We're gonna be waiting for that in a little moment. While you're doing that, you can always advance your city a bit while you're at it. Okay, they have enough fleece here. That means we can start selling fleece again. Transport these into the wine only storehouse. As you can see, we gained some money there with no traders in the city. That means we got some from taxes. If you manage your wage rate and taxes more smartly, you'll make a small profit from just collecting taxes. Oh dear. I think we need more olive presses. There we go. Come on, Hercules, we need you. Hercules is traveling into the city. He's gonna inform you when he arrives, and heroes don't need bridges. They have their own little raft which they use to sail around the place. So we wait a few months or a month's time, and he should pop up.
I am Hercules, and am ready for a challenge.
What have you got?
This city is unsurpassed.
Here comes Hercules, the strongest man alive. You might notice that he wields a club. That's actually, as far as I can tell, the weapon he's supposed to use. If you only know Greek Hercules from the Disney series or something, he uses a sword there, but he uses a club in his myths as a weapon. So there, Disney lied to you. I don't think Disney is a very good source of information most of the time. You might get a few nuggets of information from it, but not too much. We have 2 fully evolved blocks, and we're gonna have plenty of vacancies. Here, when heroes come to the city, they first go to their hall, and then they go to the mission they're here to fulfill. Let's see where Hercules is now. There he goes. Like I said, he doesn't need a bridge. He can use that little raft of his to sail across the water. Clear the way for the hero! Came in second. Oh, silver medals. No, they get some vegetable or plant crown. Not really. I wonder why they didn't give it carrot or turnip crowns or something. Anyways, step right up for the match of the century.
You've done something someone doesn't like very much.
Hercules versus the Hydra. Who will be victorious? The suspense is killing me. And Hercules prevails! I don't think now's a good time to... I think now's a good time to make a save. And with that, the Hydra's gone. We don't have to worry about it anymore. That means we can actually expand here. If you expand here before the Hydra's gone, it's gonna come on and start harassing you all the time. First things first, before we make masonry shops, we wanna make these storehouses that are only gonna accept marble, because trust me, you don't want to store all your marble on that same peninsula where the Hydra was, because later on something else is gonna happen there. You don't want to be in the way. Trust me on that. Managing storehouses and granaries is important, so you can allocate resources to where you need them. Okay, let's build a maintenance office and masonry shops. Calendar needs fleece, here you go. Let's build another block. Because we need more people working in the city. When the appeal is high, you see those fancy looking bricks in the road. That means the appeal is high, or very high. Let's see, the infirmary, tax office, podium, gymnasium. Oops. If you click this button when it's if you do something you wanna undo, you can click that button there to undo the last process you've done. So if you delete a building, you can use it to restore the building, or if you build something accidentally somewhere, you can use it to restore your last move. Sorry about that, I'm tripping on my words again. I'm still working on learning how to do Let's Play, so bear with me. Don't be too harsh on me, please. I'll try my best though. Calodan thinks of me more highly. Okay, now's a good time to go over the world map a little bit better. These shields present the city's defensive capabilities, their military's might. The silver platters, or the little rocks, if you can't see them too well, they're coins. That represents the city's economy. Trading partners like Libya do not have this, but otherwise these people with these cities that are in Greece or Ionia or somewhere in the region have coins which represent I don't want to quit. Represent how much economy they have. This means that if you ask them for money, the bigger the coin stash is, the more money you have. Oh, and you can try to ask rivals for stuff by demanding it, but even though it says that if your military is stronger than theirs, they might comply, I've never had it work for me where my military is stronger than them and they are going to be nice and fork over what I demand. Our plane suffers famine, why not? Dispatch some food over there. We need some farmers, some more farms. Let's see, does anyone buy olives? Oh, nope. These guys buy marble. These guys buy wheat. Nope. They want a bigger appeal. Let's build a monument here. Children of Mount Pelion thinks more highly of than I did before. That's nice. So this is produced 48 slabs of marble in 1 year. 1 year means 1 year. So from January to December, the last date of December, you have time to produce enough marble. If you have trouble meeting the goals, you can always go ahead and best actors are going to Delphi. You can always build more marble quarries. You're not gonna need marble. You can sell that to Calydon too for a sweet profit. But for now, let's hang on to our marble. What's this guy have to say?
Off I go to thrill all of Greece with my emoting.
Emoting like smiley face? That's a emote, not a emoting. Me, uneducated barbarian, making fun of fancy words and concepts. Let's build a drama school and college here, so we actually get some actors and philosophers here. The city doesn't have enough food, you say? That's bad. $2,000 people in the city. We get a monument for that. Let's build some more goats here. Terrible news, Video Crow. Your city's actors managed to bring its audience to tears. Unfortunately, they were performing a comedy. What horrible actors. Our city's actors have lost their Pythian games. Build more drama schools and theaters so your actors can be honest with tears on purpose at the next Pythian games. Most unfortunate. Let's build some more farms. I don't want to waste a monument on one building being out of appeal. I don't think we're gonna meet the demand this year. It might be next year that we meet it, because they're only filling up one storehouse and it's already in November. But I don't know, on the other hand, they might actually just barely make it. Oh, I don't want to quit. I always click the escape button to access the save lobby and such, because I'm used to in many games it opens the menu. Let's see if we have 32 slabs, we need 16 more. And 1 month of time to do that. We might not meet the demands this year. Let's build a trading post with Calydon and sell them some marble so we get some well-needed drachmas. We're not bankrupt, but we could use some more drachmas. Actually, no, let's not. That's 8. Oh, we went into the next year. Yeah, we didn't meet the requirements that year, so it should be next year with no problems. Full of your masonry shops, because we have lots of houses vacant and a lot of people moving into the city. Let's expand the fleece selling process.
The only room for these goods in the city is right here in my cart.
invited to a market.
There's been some storehouses because we seem to have some problems fitting everything in. Like I mentioned already, we're already having problems with these initial storehouses being filled to the brim with olives and olive oil and whatever stuff you have. It's still, again, it's just the city doesn't have enough food. Yeah, crops are growing, but I suppose we could make some more dairies.
I could really go for the golden apples of Hesperides right about now. I'm so hungry.
Even Hercules is crying about it. Okay, more goats. They have a ton of cheese in there, but they're so far from a granary. If I move the granaries any closer, then these guys here are not gonna get any food, because the granaries are gonna be filled over here first. Check this guy out, he's really exercising while on the job. He would be a world-class athlete like that. I think he should go to the Olympian Games if he's doing push-ups or sit-ups like that.
I'm going to the games! I can't wait to vanquish my opponents!
I'm off to the games. Soon, everyone will know just how smart I am.
We should meet the problem demands, no problem. Let's sell some marble while we're at it, so we don't get drowned in marble. There we go, there's the crops going in. Actually, let's sell 12 at a time, so we can clear some storage and storage rooms. Trading posts are good for holding stuff if you really need it badly. Remember that the merchants are gonna empty it if they get to the storehouse. So you have to be careful if you're using them to store things you don't wanna sell. They're good emergency storages though sometimes. Obviously, I could put it up to 60 units of marble, but I don't really want to do that because I want to have some room for importing stuff if I need to. It's always a good idea to have some room to import stuff too. Oh, because we're gonna meet the demands. This adventure is called No Problem. And these early adventures are pretty simple. Do one thing, do another thing, etc, etc. Stay a Hydra, fulfill a population demand. That's generally the gist of the earlier missions, and so oh, we won! Check this out. When the Olympic Games have been awarded the Olive Reef Crown, if you choose a working stadium in 4 years, we can host our own games. Furthermore, you're gonna build a community monument to honor our fine contenders for their victory. And to top it off, our city is to increase now think more highly of you. What was I saying? I forget. I'm sure it'll come back to me eventually. I get distracted by these messages.
No workshops can accept these goods, and now my own storehouse can't take them back. There's nothing to do but wait.
Oh, these guys complain because he doesn't have room to put them in. Oh, now I remember. In later missions and in more advanced adventures after this, the goals become much tougher to fulfill, and sometimes you really have to spend a long time to work on it or do something very tough. Even though I'm playing this on Olympian, I'm making it fairly simple so far. I'm gonna have some problems. I'm gonna have some problems with some of those advanced missions myself too, likely. But at least you get to see what me goofing around and trying to fulfill those missions from the old monkey ranch. November, see where storehouses are getting filled with marble. There is a use for marble building sanctuaries, temples, but we'll get to that, I think, in the next episode, actually. Oh, it's already December, so let's make a save. There we go. And any moment now, when the month changes, we should be able to get the narrator to give some narration. Should be coming up soon. Now.
The serpent is gone, yet worries remain. Ares was fond of the serpent, and he cannot be happy that you have arranged for the serpent's death. Athena, the goddess of warriors, crafts, and wisdom, has arrived to collect some of the serpent's teeth for some strange and wonderful purpose. Maybe she can shed some light on how to earn Ares' favor.
And that's it for this episode, everyone. Thank you for tuning in, and see you next time. This is Video Crow signing out.